श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं शङ्कराचार्यं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं वन्दे तं सच्चिदानन्दं यतिवर्यं महामतिं वेदवेदान्तसारग्नं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं श्रीगुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं सद्गुरुं सच्चिदानन्दं साधुवर्यं सनातनं सद्वेदान्तप्रवक्तारं सदा स्वान्ते स्मराम्यहं गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो नमो महभ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। भगवान के अनुग्रह से हम ये जो अध्यास भाष्य और अवस्थात्रय का विचार के बारे में हम अभी तक देख लिया है। अभी हम ये जो 5 बेसिक विषय जो है उसको समझने से हम वेदांत को अच्छे तरह से पढ़ सकता है। उस 5 बेसिक विषय के बारे में हम अभी विचार करना है। ये जो पहला ये बेसिक विचार मैं अभी फर्स्ट क्लास में ही बोला था। पहला विचार जो है ये वो सार्वत्रिक पूर्णानुभव, ओके, यूनिवर्सल एक्सपीरियंस एंड second one is Sakshi Darshana. So Sakshi Swarupa, witnessing principle. To recognize the witnessing principle is the second one. The third one is Adhyaropa Apavada Prakriya. To recognize this Sakshi, so you have to follow Adhyaropa Apavada Prakriya, that is the method. Okay. And the fourth one is Vyavaharika and Paramarthika Drushtikona, empirical viewpoint and transcendental viewpoint. Gnani ka drushti se और में और लास्ट ये कर्तृतंत्र और वस्तुतंत्र साधना. So that means different the 2 basic category of sadhanas are there, so that we have to know properly. Okay, these are all the 5 basic concept. Okay, so first we have to today let us see about the Sarvatrika Purnanubhava. Okay, as name itself indicates, it is Sarvatrika. The concept of Vedanta, it is always on the basis of this universal experience, universal acceptance. सभी लोगों का ये accept होना है, क्योंकि जिस चीज हमारा एक्सपेरिमेंट्स में है उसको हम मना नहीं कर सकता. इसलिए सारे वेदांत का विचार जो है वो ये सार्वत्रिक पूर्णानुभव का आधार में है. ये शंकराचार्य के काल में उस वक्त many school of thoughts था. There were many school of thoughts which were teaching about the spirituality, that is Siddhanta. Okay, so like in this current world also we have got many schools in spirituality. Okay, like this earlier at the time of Shankaracharya also there were many school of thoughts. Okay, basically they are called Shad Darshana. So 6 Darshana means what? The Siddhanta. Shad Darshana. 6 दर्शन था, सिद्धांत था. ओके, वो आस्तिक दर्शन था. आस्तिक में आई विल टेल यू व्हाट इज आस्तिक दर्शन. एंड प्लस एडिशनली देयर वर 2 additional darshana which is nastika darshana. Okay, so first let us see the astika darshana. What is the name astika? those who were accepting the Vedas, those who were accepting the pramanas of Vedas are called Astika Darshanas. Astika. So in the प्रपंच में नास्तिक और आस्तिक का डेफिनेशन अलग है. प्रपंच में नास्तिक को जिसको बोलता है वो भगवान से भक्ति जो नहीं है उस लोगों को आस्तिक हम नास्तिक बोलता है. भगवान से भक्ति जुड़ा हुआ है उन लोगों को आस्तिक कहलाता है. ठीक है. यह डिफरेंट डेफिनेशन ऑफ आस्तिक और नास्तिक इज डिफरेंट. Astikas are one who believes Vedas as a pramana. Okay. Astika darshan mein just will list out the darshana. What all the darshanas were there at that time. So I will tell you why. While explaining Sarvatrika Purnanubhava, why I am telling you this concept. That I will tell you. First, let us list out the Astika darshana. One is Sankhya. Second one is Yoga. Third one, Vaisheshika. Fourth one, Nayayika. Fifth one, Purvamimamsa. Sixth one, Uttaramimamsa. Okay, these are all Shad Darshana. छह सिद्धांत दर्शन. ये आस्तिक दर्शन. ओके. उसके साथ नास्तिक दर्शन भी था. सो वो है ये बौद्ध, और चारवाका, ठीक है. सो ये लोग वेदों का प्रमाण नहीं समझता है. ओके. बिलीव नहीं करता है कोई वो वेद प्रमाण का. ये है षड दर्शन और नास्तिक दर्शन. So if I just want to explain in brief, very briefly, because I don't want to utilize much time to explain on these darshanas, because that is not that much important to know. But I think we have to know the concept of it. That is because Shankaracharya has taken these kind of darshanas in the Bhashyas and he has refuted that. Okay. So at the time of Shankaracharya, when you say Vedanta, so this Uttarmimamsa is also called Vedantins. So at the time of Shankaracharya, when you say Vedantin, Vedanti, that means only Advaita Vedanta, the believer of Advaita. So there were no different explanation on the Veda, different categories of explanation on Vedanta, like how we have got in present world, like Vishishtadvaita, Shakti Vishishtadvaita, Dvaita, in Dvaita, multiple Dvaitavada, like that, like Madhvacharya Siddhanta, Ramajacharya Siddhanta, like that there was no such school of thought at that time. If I want to tell from the lines of our Swamiji, our Sachidananda Saraswati Swamiji, so those Madhvacharya fails or Ramanujacharya fails were not Shankaracharya. But so that's why when they say in any arguments, when they say Vedantins, that means it is only the Advaita only, because as per as per and at that time, so there were no other explanation, no, like this. So that's why they all were, it's not a belief. So they had a concept that, so Advaita only is the meaning of Vedanta. There is no other meaning apart from Advaita. Advaita only is been told in Uttaramimamsa. Uttaramimamsa is Vedanta, Vedantins. So this is where Shankaracharya have explained. In this school, Shankaracharya will belong. Uttaramimamsa is Vedanta. Okay. And that doesn't means he will not accept Purvamimamsa. So he will accept the Purvamimamsa. That I will explain later stage. What is Purvamimamsa, Uttaramimamsa, that and all. So I will deal later. Okay. When it comes to Purvamimamsa, okay. So this is Vedanta, pure Vedanta. It is there for. So when you say Darshanakara, it is a Siddhant. सिद्धांत मतलब क्या है? वो जो सारा प्रपंच का सार क्या है, सारा प्रपंच का वो मूल स्वरूप क्या है, वो परमात्मा ही है. वो दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द सिद्धांत. ओके, अकॉर्डिंग टू वेदांता, so there is only one extreme, one source is there, which is our own self, which is all pervading. There is nothing apart from that self. Okay, that is a Vedanta. Okay, so when it comes to Purvamimamsa, so they, as per them, so the many rituals which is been told in the first part of the Veda, that is Purvamimamsa. So first part of the Vedas, where the dharma jignasa will come into picture, in which that karmas and upasanas has been told. Upasanas are different kind of meditations that is there to achieve something, to gain something. So there your entity will remain, and the one which you are gaining, that also will remain. That is been told in the Veda part, first part of the Veda, which is Karma Kanda. So they only believe that. And when they explain the Uttaramimamsa, that is Vedanta, okay, so they will explain the Vedanta in the similar lines only. So as per them, moksha means going to the heaven, that's all. They will also accept the Vedanta. It doesn't mean that they will only accept Purvamimamsa, Veda part. They also accept the Vedanta, but they will explain the Vedanta also as per their definition, which is just like I told us, they, as per them, the moksha, the definition of moksha is going to the ultimate heaven. When you ask, so after enjoying the heaven, you will come back, no? If you ask that question, they will tell, again you have to do the rituals and meditation, then and you have to again go to the Swarga or heaven. That is their Siddhanta. Okay. So then, when it comes to Sankhya, they believe three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamoguna. So these are all the three gunas. Three gunas is only there. The entire universe consists of three gunas only. That is the only two things available. The combination of three gunas are all this world. Okay. So you may have some question in your mind, because in Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan has told this Sattva, Rajas, Tamoguna. Okay, how different is that from the Sankhya's? The only difference is, as per the Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita, Sattva, Rajas, Tamoguna is there, but it is not real. It is there in the world. all the world, it consists of all the three gunas, that and all, he will accept. But the thing is, that is not there. That is mithya. That is from the standpoint of the body, mind. It is there. From the standpoint of adhyasa, that is Laukik view, empirical view, that is there. That is mithya. The ultimate siddhanta is, that is mithya. That is just an appearance. But for them, it is not mithya, but it is there. Three gunas are there. Okay. And when it comes to yoga, so you know the Patanjali yoga, chitta vritti nirodha. For them, controlling the mind by using the vritti to the samadhi, nirvikhari savikalpa samadhi, and they have got the concept of Ashtanga yoga, yama, niyama, pranayama, pratyahara, dhyana, dharana, samadhi. Okay, so those things they will teach all those things, and the ultimate goal is for them also it is Dvaita. All these Siddhantas are all Dvaita Siddhantas only. So they will accept world and me. So for them, so for Sankhya also it is a yogis also they will accept that. So they, like, even after achieving the Nirvikalpa Samadhi, so they say that you will come back, you will take an identification in this body. And the identification means they will tell it is there. This is also there, world is also there. As per them, that is a concept. Okay. And Vaisheshika, as per Vaisheshikas, they believe on the atoms, anu. So just like modern science, so they have defined the elements available. So the entire is consistent of all the atoms, electrons, protons, neutrons. So that is been told in the present science. So likewise, earlier we had such kind of scientists who were called Anuvadis. Atoms, they believe that anus itself is a real thing which is there in this world. Combinations of those anus will constitute. So as per them, anus are all jada. Jada means what? That is not, that doesn't have any consciousness. Jeev nahi anus. But when it combines, so jeev nirman hota hai as per them. Okay, that is the concept of Vaisheshika. Nayayika, so they nyaya, as per them nyaya, nayayika. So their philosophy is based on these pramanas. Okay, pratyaksha, anumana, upamana, shabda, they will go by the pramanas. Tarka. By pramanas, they will determine the siddhanta. But that ultimate Brahman can't be reached by any means of pramanas. But they use the pramanas and they use their own logic, and ultimately for them, world is real, that is there. That is on the Nayayikas. All these are Astikas, but what they will do is they will add their own concepts also. They believe Vedas, they believe Shruti, but they will add their own thoughts also. That is a thing. Okay. So we tell them as the Astikas. So we may have to define them as partial Astikas, because they will add their own concept. Along with the Vedanta, they will add their own concept. So that's why we can tell them as partial Astikas. That is on the Shad Darshana, the very, very brief concepts on the Shad Darshana. Okay. When it comes to Nastikavada, so they will never believe any concept of the Shruti. Veda Bahira. They are all Veda Bahira. They are out from Vedas. Okay. So that's why when Acharya, Shankaracharya refutes this Nastikavadas, he will not take the example of any kind of Shruti Vakya or Smrti Vakya. So if you take an example of any kind of Shruti mantra, it's of no use because they will not believe that. That's why he will not take those kind of things. He will only take Tarka, Laukika Tarka only. With the Laukika Tarka itself, the Shankaracharya will refute all these Siddhantas. While refuting these Siddhantas, he will take the Shruti Pramana. So Shruti mantras and Smriti shlokas and all, he will take and he will refute along with the other Tarkas. Okay. So Bauddhavada is Shunyavada. Okay. So in Buddha Siddhanta, there are two categories. Okay. One is Vijnanavada. In Shunyavada, they will say nothing is there. So people always will get confused from Advaita Vada and Shunyavada. Because in both the Vadas, it is told that world is not real. Okay? World is not real. In Advaita also, world is not real. In the Bodha Siddhanta also. That's why for Gaudapadacharya, Shankaracharya and Sureshwaracharya. So these three are all only the Vedantins. Okay, pure Vedantins. When you want to say who is Vedantins, so these three are all only the Vedantins. Gaudapadacharya, Shankaracharya, and Sureshwaracharya. All other Vedantins are there. Like Gaudapada is Govinda Bhagatpada, the guru of Shankaracharya, is also Vedantin. But since he has not written anything, so we are not considering him. Okay. So those who has written the scriptures, amongst those, these three are only the main Vedantins. Okay. For them, they have taken many Bauddha Vadas while refuting. Yeah, Shivansh. Tell me. You are in mute.
सर वो जो तीन टीचर्स के आपने नाम बताए जो मेन है उनका फिर से बता दीजिए.
3 फीचर मतलब
टीचर्स 3 टीचर्स जिनका आपने नाम लिया एक बार और बता दीजिए.
ये रामानुजाचार्य मध्वाचार्य वो
नहीं आपने अद्वैत में बोला ना कि 3 टीचर्स जो मेन है.
3 teachings.
ರಘು ಇವಾಗ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಗೌಡಪ್ಪಂದು ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ನೀವು ಅವ್ರು
okay Vedantins 3 Vedantins. Okay, that one you are telling. So one is Gaudapadacharya. Okay, teachers, sorry. One is Gaudapadacharya, Shankaracharya and Sureshwaracharya. So these 3 are the main gurus. Okay, Vedantins. And now so what is Bauddha Siddhanta? So for them also world is not real, but they say that Atman is also not real, it is not there. But for us, the witnessing principle, Sakshi Swarupa, that only is Sat, that is Chit and Ananda. No, I think nothing apart from that. Okay? That is our Siddhanta. Vedanta Siddhanta. Advaita Siddhanta, Vedanta Siddhanta. Okay? But as per them, that is also not there. That is also not there. Atman is also not there. It appears to be Advaita Siddhanta, but it is not. It's completely different from the Advaita Siddhanta. So that's why, see, and also one thing, we don't have any written scripture of Buddha. So those scriptures are all written by the future Shishyas of the Buddha. That's why we really don't know what original Buddha has told as per his philosophy. But as per those scriptures available for the Buddhism at that time of Shankaracharya, because from Shankaracharya and Gaudapadacharya and Sureshwaracharya only, we came to know about the Siddhanta which is being told by Buddhism. Okay. But the thing is now what that Buddha's meditation centers is there now. What they will call that Vipassana meditation centers. So there you can't find this kind of explanations. Shunyavada, Vijnanavada, those things are all not at all there. But for them, that kind of meditation, Vipassana meditation, you have to believe, you have to do this, that, and that, and all is there. That completely. So there is most of the places they will not teach the original. Okay. Yeah, every schools it has happened like that only. Okay. And Vijnana, they also another Vijnanavada. The momentary changes. So world, whatever you are seeing, it will momentarily change. Kshanikavada, Kshanika Vijnanavada. 1 second, in 1 second, you are appearing in front of me. My laptop is there in front of me. So another second, that laptop will not be there. It will change. So this is very momentary, not even a second. It is very momentary. It will be there and it will go. It is so fast for them because it is almost ask a question. But you are telling this world, they will tell that it is a momentary. It will come and disappear. It will not be there at all. That is their Siddhanta. Okay, that is second category of Buddhism. And when it comes to Jainavada is also a Nastikavada where they will tell about the Nirvana. Achieving the Nirvana is the moksha. Very difficult rituals are there with them. Very hard rituals are there in the Jainavada. So that Siddhanta, so as per them, those are all very tough path because they have to undergo many difficult practices. So after that, they will achieve the nirvana. That itself is a moksha for them. Yeah. When it comes to Charvaka, most of the people might be knowing. Charvaka is non-believer of the God. Non-believer, they will not be having any kind of vairagya. Concept of Punarjanma. So for that's why it is almost like a Westerners philosophy. So because there will be only one birth, okay, there is no Punarjanma. That's why there is no concept of Papa Punya at all. So you have to enjoy your life, okay. So if you want to have something, if you want to eat ghee, so then even if you don't have money, borrow from other places. So get that even by credit. Get that and enjoy the life. So if you die tomorrow, so no one will be there. Okay. So that is the end of your life. Need not have to worry about any kind of thing. That is their Siddhanta. Okay. These are the concept of the Shad Darshanas and Nastika Darshanas. Okay. I have not told in detail, but briefly I have told. So in these things, do you have any kind of questions? Nothing. Okay. So then I will go ahead. Smriti, are you following? Is it finding difficult or you can follow? Okay, I will proceed. So the why I told this kind of vadas. So what has happened is
सर वो अभी इस मंथ उसका एग्जाम है तो जो इंटरनेट है वो सारा स्टडी में खर्च हो जा रहा है इंटरनेट.
ठीक है
तभी उसको इशू हो रहा है जी.
ठीक है. ओके. So why this kind of school of thoughts came? If there is only one meaning of the scriptures, why they defined, why they added their own thoughts to tell that this is the reality or this is Siddhanta. So the thing is, what has happened in the modern world also, That is there, because now even though they are naming, they're not naming this kind of Sankhya, Yoga, or Vaisheshika, Nayayika schools, but it has come in different names, like Brahma Kumari Samaja, and like Vishishta Dvaita Siddhanta, Ravi Shankar School of Thought, Sadguru School of Thought. Like that, many schools has come, and Ramachandra Mission is there. They are all teaching us spirituality only, but that is not pure Vedanta. So that is also there. Okay. So why these things and all are coming? So they filed this Sarvatrika Purnanubhava. They failed to understand, they failed to explain their concept on the basis of Sarvatrika Purnanubhava. So that is the reason different school of thoughts has come into picture. Okay. So I will tell you an example. If you want to write any thesis or any theories about function of the heart, okay, you have to explain how the heart functions. There, if you add your own thoughts, for example, for heart, left ventricle is there, right ventricle is there, aorta is there, veins, multiple veins are there, it will pump blood. If you tell that, that is the reality. No one will dispute. But if you add your own thoughts, like, there is nothing called aorta, and many people are there who tells that heart is not only the organ which pumps the blood, liver also will pumps the blood. It is right or not, that is different story. I'm just telling that these kind of things. Like that, if you won't accept veins, if you won't accept of circulation, because it's your own thought, you may tell the logic for that also. Because of that, it is aorta is not there in the heart. But it is not, it will not be true, because what has happened here is, it is your failed, your explanation is failed, because you are not accepted the universal concept of universal acceptance. You have not told your siddhanta or logic through universal acceptance. So that is the failure on their part. If you take the Shruti or Vedanta or even Smriti, Purana also, but the thing is Purana, it is in the form of stories. So we can't consider entire Purana as Vedanta. Okay, so we always have to take Shruti and Smriti Pramana for the concept of Brahman. Okay, Purana also we can take. I'm not telling that Purana concept you shouldn't take. Purana is very much necessary. But the thing is, there also you can find Karma Kanda and Gnana Kanda. Okay, so we have to segregate and I have to understand the concept. Okay, so there in the Shruti, in the explanation of the Shruti or the Smriti or Bhagavad Gita, like Bhagavad Gita and all, it will always consider the fact of universal acceptance. It will never tell anything which is not in your experience. It will leave you to validate with the help of your own anubhava, with your own experience. So till now, we saw about Adhyasavashya and Avastatriya Prakriya. Okay. Even though Adhyasa Bhashya, in the Adhyasa Bhashya, Shankaracharya has not mentioned anything about the Shruti or Smriti, but whatever he has told in the Adhyasa Bhashya, it is those things and all is not a belief. It is your own experience where you can validate without any doubt. Asmat yusmat pratyaya gocharayoho vishaya vishayinoho. The concept of me and what? Yes, it is there. Asmat, yes, me concept, me notion. Yusmat, the world. Subject object, vishaya vishayinoho. Subject object differentiation. It is there. It is there or not? Yes, it is there. We can validate. Tama prakasha viruddha svabhavayoho. We know what is tamas, andhera, roshni. Viruddha, those are viruddha svabhava. Yeah, you will accept. The concept of misconception is there in the world. And it is also there in your experiment. How? He has explained that. Whether is it right or not. If it is right, you accept it. You take it. If you feel that it is wrong, ask question. That's all. The answer for the questions will be explained based on the universal acceptance. That is on the Adhyasa Bhashya. When it comes to Shruti also, I explained with the support of Mandukya Upanishad. And day before yesterday, I also mentioned about the Brihada story which is told in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Okay, there to imagine anything. So imagine in the sense, imagine, so because from the imagination only we can able to accept the concepts. But there is no mere belief. So, for example, I will tell you, in the Bhagavad Gita book of ISKCON, so for them, ultimate moksha is going to the Goloka. So after death, you will go to the Goloka. There Krishna Radha will be available. So there will be different gradations in the Loka also. And again you will come back along with the God. They also have a supporting shlokas also in Bhagavad Gita. They will tell. Sambhavami Yuge has told, no? So they will tell Sambhavami. He himself has told that he will come to the earth for Dharma Rakshana and Dushtanashana. When he comes to the earth, we will also come along with them. When we go there. And then we have to do the bhakti as per them. Okay, because their bhakti is different from our Advaita bhakti. Okay, so where is the validation from your experience? Can you validate from your experience the Goloka? Nothing. So it is just a belief. Because Bhaktivedanta Swami has told, I have to believe. Similarly, in Dvaita and Vishishta Vedanta also, same thing. Modern. So these are all also there like that only. You have to just believe. If you, and also the yogis, they will tell that achieving samadhi is moksha, nirvikalpa samadhi. And in the modern world, there are different of yogas where you can lift your body to some feet. In the Padmasana, if you sit in Padmasana, if you do that kind of meditation, your entire body will become lighter and you can move upwards. But let it be there. Even though you can see in front of you, that may happen. But is it a moksha? Can you title that person who has achieved that as a Gnani. So what is Gnani? Is this delusion removed from him? As he realized, no, he has not realized the self. So this world is there for him. This samsara, this prapancha will continue for him. So when world is there, the papa and punya, that will be there. You have to enjoy the result of papa punya. So then how can you consider that he as a gnani? Right? Okay. He has achieved the siddhi. Okay, he has lifted from ground to some certain feet height. Imagine some 4 feet height. He has lifted his body. So if other person lift some 6 feet, who is more gnani? He is the one who has lifted the 6 feet height. Or, and another thing, the nirvikalpa samadhi. Should you count the days? Nirvikalpa samadhi. So this Swamiji has gone to Nirvikalpa Samadhi for 3 days. But the more powerful Swamiji is there in my place. He has gone to Samadhi for 12 days. So that's why this 12 days who has gone to Nirvikalpa Samadhi for 12 days, he is more realized. Can you see? Is it like that? Is there some concept like that? More Gnani, less Gnani. Gnana is always Gnana. There is nothing like more Gnani, less Gnani. How can it be possible? Is there a concept of more Gnana of rope, partial Gnana of rope? No. So that's why if you go by belief, they will fail to establish their Siddhanta, philosophy. Similarly, see, Pachandala itself, there are many categories like Hatha Yoga and all other those things. Okay, they will tell about the nadis and chakras. Those are all. So this nadis is there in the Shruti also, it is there, but not as per their definition. Okay, these chakras, so they will tell activation of those chakras. In modern schools and all, you can see those kind of thoughts. So activation of those chakras till here is the moksha. So in those schools, you just have to believe that these kind of chakras are there. So I'm not telling that it is wrong. No, don't take in other way. It is not wrong. So it is there. But if you believe, those kind of siddhis will happen to you. That is there. But you cannot declare that as moksha. That is the only point here. Okay. So because understand differently, definitely there is use for all these school of thoughts. When you go to the Brahma Kumari Samaja, when you go to that Patanjali Yoga, when you go to this other Charamachandra Mission, meditation schools, you will get benefit. Art of living, Sadguru, everywhere, wherever you go, you will get a benefit. I am not speaking about those benefits. You may get relaxation. Your BP may go down. Your health may improve. But that is not the concept of Vedanta. That is not the ultimate goal. That is not the realization which I want to tell. Okay. So, the Mandukya Upanishad also, from starting to the end, not only Mandukya, other Upanishads also. So, I just quoted Mandukya since we just saw some concept of the Mandukya Upanishad. Basis that we explained the Avastatri Prakriya. Okay, so there, anywhere, is there any room to believe? Just believe. No, nothing. Jagrat Swapna Shushupti. Is it there in your experience or not? Yes, it is there. So it took that experience only to explain. When it defined Jagrata Avastha, Jagrata Sthanaha Pragnaha Sthula Bhuk Saptanga Eko Navimshati Mukaha Vaishwanaraha Pratamapadaha. When so each and every word of the Shruti Vakya, Shruti, can be validated because, yeah, it is Vaish Pragna. So, outer Pragna we have got, outer consciousness, Sthula book. We are enjoying the things over here, all the things. We are eating, we are running, Sthula book. Saptanga Ekonamishyatimaka, that's the thing, whatever I told. Adhyatmika, Devika, Bhutika Prapancha. I will not explain that concept. Saptanga Ekonamishyatimaka. Okay. So that will cover but whatever I told, that will cover in that only. Because it will tell about 5 sense organs, 5 karmendriya, 4 chit, antakarana vrittis, manasu chitta, buddhi ahankara, and the 5 pranas. So that all will constitute Saptanga Ekonamishati. Okay. So that you will leave. So if I want to tell that, I have to go to Mandukya Upanishad anyway. So, but the thing is, whatever it told, and also when defining about the pragna, that is sushupti, so it has not defined anything, but it negated. So there, yatra suptam nakanchana kamam kamaite nakanchana suptam pashyati tat sushuptam, where there is no desire. Yes, in the deep sleep, do you have a desire? No. So who will raise hand and say that I had a desire, I had a kamana in the deep sleep state? No, no one will tell that. Even the ultimate kami, Vikrita Kami, we had in Karnataka, Umesh Reddy, Vikrita Kami. So for him also, when you go to the sleep, he will not be having any kind of desire. If I want to quote the example of Puranas and all, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, those are all our kamis. In Durga Saptashati also, many asuras will come. Those desire, when they sleep, it will not be there because their own nature is desireless. Sushupti will not have any desire. Yatra supto nakanchana kamaite nakanchana suptam. There is no swapna at all. There is no jagarat at all. Tat sushuptam. Yes or not? Yes. It is just accept it. Accept it. When you accept, see, accept it means what? When you follow properly, and if you say it is correct, so then you should not take standpoint in any other thing. When you accept, that is final. You have to take standpoint is that based on that statement. That itself is Brahma. If it negates everything, and if it tells about the Sakshi Swarupa, okay, then you will get realized. But the thing is, what we will do is, since we are having samskaras because of the lack of sadhanas, our mind is not ready to grasp the concept of Vedanta and take a standpoint accordingly. Okay, so that I will explain what are all the things, why those kind of things will happen, and what is the solution for that. Okay, and likewise, that is on the Sarvata culture. What is Sarvata? With the experience which entire world has to accept. irrespective of your caste, varnas, that is religion, and desha. Not it's not like Vedanta only can be accepted by Indians. Any foreigners also, for them also, they will accept because it is in our own experience. Sarvakala, Sarvadesha, it is the same thing. That is on the Sarvatrika Anubhava. Okay. So Sarvatrika Anubhava, Sarvatrika Purna. That is the first concept is Sarvatrika Purna Anubhava. Sarvatrika Anubhava. We saw what is Sarvatrika Anubhava. Okay. Another part is there which is Purna Anubhava. The meaning of Purna Anubhava, if I want to translate that to English, it is a comprehensive vision of life. So your thinking should not be partial, in the sense in the modern scientific world also, if about the world, it is confined to only the waking state. Just one example I am telling you. So because modern science believe that waking state itself is real, whatever you do in the waking, that only is real. So if you establish your philosophy, anything over here, so that itself is true. Like how other Vadis have established their Siddhanta. Okay. But that's what they will. So that is only a partial view, if you think like that. But like waking state, we also have experience of dream and deep sleep state. That also is our own experience. Why you have ignored that? Who is not experiencing dream and sleep? No. If it is in our experience, why you have not left? Why you have left that? That will not be a comprehensive vision of life. You have to consider everything. Okay? That is just one example. There is not a Purna Drushti. It can't be a Purna Drushti if you tell like that. Also, so here, if you are explaining about the Nirvikalpa Samadhi and all concept of the chakras, activation of the chakras, okay. So after activation of the chakras, you will experience some kind of thing. So you may hear the sound of Omkara. So you may, Ramachandra Mission and all, they will say, like you will go to that external world, you will travel. What is that? That Astral or something they will tell. So you will travel and come back. Okay. So that travel and come back. So just you have to just believe, okay, has gone and come back. Who knows whether it is correct or not? It is as per your own individual thought. It's as per your own Siddhanta. It is not Purna Drushti. It is partial view of life. Samagra, that is comprehensive view. If you want to take, that only will come in Vedanta, that is Shruti or Smriti. If I say Shruti, I have to also consider Smriti and Purana. That is because that will fall. So that is true Purna Anubhava. So tomorrow we will further see the concept of Purnanubhava. Based on that Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachati Buddhayanaka Shanti Mantra, it is there, na? So based on that we will see Purna. So how it is defined? The Purna Anubhava. Purna Anubhava is achieving the moksha is the Purna Anubhava. It is not the partial experience. It is a complete experience. That is a Purna Anubhava. That is on the Sarvatika Purna Anubhava. So that we will continue tomorrow on the Purna Anubhava, and later we can take the concept of other things, other 4 things. Okay. So now I will end at this stage. Till some 3 to 4 minutes are there. Do you have any questions regarding this Sarvatika Purna Anubhava? Nothing. Okay, we'll end. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrabhyo Om Shrishibhyo Namo Mahabhyo Namo Gurubhya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tasya Shri Krishna Arpanastu.